Walking into the title game, it felt like nothing I felt before.
It felt like it was just another game, but at the same time, you could also get a feeling that it was something more.
It felt like we were just kind of destined to win.
Be very interesting to watch. You brought it up. The game was Friday night. Now you only have 36 hours to prepare. A ton of emotion on the field. Represent your school, particularly the seniors, Glenn. This may be the last game you play for a lot of these seniors. How do they control those emotions early on?
Walking into the game, it felt like the most nervous I'd ever been in my life.
It was kind of overwhelming when you first walked in.
Coming off the New Mexico game, we knew we were ready.
I wanted to play Maryland. We tied them for the regular season title. They won the ACC tournament title. I wanted to prove that we were the best, and it was kind of David Goliath. I would say more or less we were the Goliath to them. I remember playing them earlier in the season, and we dominated them. I remember shaking their coach's hand. He said, "Sorry, we had to play for the tie." And I was just like, I can't wait to see you guys again.
I think we were very well prepared. If you prepare well, you take away. I take away my nerves. I know if I feel like we've really prepared the team well, we've done everything we can do, and I rarely am nervous going into the game.
The mood in the locker room before the game was pretty relaxed, I'd say, for the most part. We tried to keep it as regular as possible.
I gave them I got a really neat text.
He didn't say who it was from at first, but he read a text saying that this coach who had won a couple of championships.
And I didn't say who it was from. I said an old coach of mine who's won a few games in his time.
It said to play the game, not the occasion. And then someone asked him who it was, and he said it was Sir Alex Ferguson, so it was pretty cool to get that.
Said, play the game and not the occasion.
Play the game, not the occasion. And I think that's the line that really stuck with the team.
As soon as you step onto the field and start playing soccer, you realize, hey, soccer, I can play soccer. So definitely the nerves were gone once we started playing.
When Connor and Vince were doing the opening kickoff, it was almost just, it was nice to be there. It felt kind of like we're gonna do this, we're gonna take this game, we're gonna win it.
The whole year, our goal has been to make history, to win a national championship. So we were just one more game away.
I do not personally get nervous before games, no. And I think one of the best things about our team this year is that even if people were nervous or feeling butterflies, I think they hit it so well.
It was something that really hit me, like we're going to be taking the first touches to the national championship game.
I felt really, really ready to go. I looked around and everyone seemed confident, everyone's face seemed content.
Notre Dame is so difficult to break down, and Friday night versus New Mexico, they were too narrow. Maryland wants to get this ball wide early on. We've actually seen that in the first 4 minutes of this game, Glenn.
When I saw Vince go down, I was right there. He jumped to control the ball, and he kind of got undercut by the center back on Maryland.
It was kind of a 50-50 ball, a couple feet off the ground. So, I jumped up to kind of get a touch on it to beat the guy because I saw him going in low. I saw him undercut me. I felt him undercut me. And then as soon as I was flipping, it all kind of just I kind of blacked out because as soon as I hit the ground, I hit my head first, actually. And it just, at first I thought I had a concussion or something. And then I tried getting up, and I felt my shoulder, and I could feel my bone kind of sticking out.
And I remember going over to him, I was the first one there, and asked him if he felt all right, and he said, "Can you see my collarbone, or is my collarbone broken?"
And then Harry came up to me, and I was like, "Hey, is it he's like, "Is it broke?" I was like, "Is it broken?" He's like, "No, you look fine, let's go." And I tried getting up again, I was like, I can't move.
Leon Brown for Notre Dame will come on, a senior, 5'11" from Massachusetts.
When I realized he wasn't getting up, I knew that I was gonna have to come in and step up.
We all knew Leon was ready to come in.
We knew Leon could play when he came in. I didn't think anyone thought, oh no.
Leon's pretty calm, and it's not going to faze Leon very much.
You can see Notre Dame zoning it off defensively on this corner. Shot is cleared off the line. Second ball, it's in. Who is it but Patrick Mullins?
When it actually happened, it was so fast, it was just a complete instinct.
Shinsky hits this. This looks like a handball. That's 100%. It's not even a question.
It's a little different. I think he was trying to shoulder the ball.
Hodan, being the competitor that he is, made an instinctive play.
Looking back on it, it may have been a little lucky not to get a red card, but they ended up scoring.
I mean, he did his job of being on the post. The even bigger criticism is that after the ball bounced out, Patrick Mullins took it down with his hand before he shot it.
At the time, it was a little frustrating because they scored off a handball, but looking back, it was probably a good thing they almost didn't call the handball on Patrick. You know, if we go down, we can handle it pretty well, and I knew, you know, this game wasn't going to be too much different.
Helped on by Beasler. Leon Brown is tall! Swiveled and hit it!
We knew Luke Mishu has a really long throw-in. We hadn't really used it much all year because we like to play short. Maryland's back line were pretty short, so we really thought we could take advantage of it. And Luke did a really good throw-in. I got ahead to it, and Leon made a great run with a great finish.
I was just thinking I need to come in here and make a difference. I know I hadn't scored in a while, so no bigger stage to do that on than the national championship.
Get that defender on your hip, turn, have a shot, great finish. And that puts Notre Dame right back into this ball game.
We were in a position to win it with 45 minutes left.
Maryland and Notre Dame, a 1-1 draw here at PPL Park in Chester, Pennsylvania.
And, I mean, before the game, if you said it'll be tied at halftime, would you take it? I would have said yeah.
Literally everybody walking into the locker room at halftime goes, there we go, like we got them. Like we're going to just get after these guys in the second half, and we went out there and did.
Swung in, it's a good-looking ball, the header's in! It's O'Malley!
Leon and I, we switched runs, so I said, hey, Leon, you go to the back post, I'll cut inside. I believe picked my man for me as Harry plays just an absolute perfect curling ball.
Saw people in the box just straight man marked. And I felt like if I whipped a good ball in, that someone would get open and be able to get a flick header on it, especially playing it with my right foot from the left side.
Comes in, it was lofted in front. Leon had helped me get free from my man and just jumped up and tried to redirect it to the back post because I knew, that's where the goals are going to happen.
We got some big guys. Even with Vince out of the game, we got Grant and O'Malley, and I have trust in them. They're going to win headers over their defenders.
It was, I keep using the word euphoric because I completely lost control of my emotions once I scored the goal. You blacked out. And you kind of have maybe like 15, 30 seconds of, yes. And then you look up at the clock and you see 30 minutes left. When that foul got called at the top of the box for Mullins, everyone's heart sank a little bit.
Yeah, I was convinced that was when it was happening. I was like, we just got a really unlucky handball.
He has not had the best of luck as of late off the dribble. Endo tries to play it in. He's going to earn a free kick. Wow.
It was just a shot. I just was running and tried to block it. Happened to hit me in the hand.
I was writing it up. I was like, yep, we're getting scored on here.
It will be Mullins. His blast is way wide.
But the absolute relief when we saw that fly by the goal was, I think at that point, I knew we had the game.
I think the feeling really set in with about 5 seconds left.
It was probably the last 10 seconds.
When the ball was out of bounds and the clock was expired.
When we got the final clearance with about 10 seconds left.
It's a first ever national championship. The Fighting Irish will, for the first time in their history, they are the 2013 NCAA Men's College Soccer National Champions.
Kind of what our underlying mottos that more developed towards the end of the year was Notre Dame soccer making history, and that's exactly what we did.
It sounds cliche, but to me it means everything.
To win this for Notre Dame is unforgettable.
It's something that I'll be able to look back on for the rest of my life and know that it was a really proud moment, not for just me, but also for my teammates and for the program.
Just knowing that we were able to do it was incredible.
It means the world. I love this school a lot.
So happy that we could win it for Coach Clark because boss, he deserves it. He's put everything into this program.
Just really, it was just so fun. I had so much fun this last month.
It was by far the crowning achievement of not only my time here at Notre Dame, but my life. I mean, what's better than that?
I mean, being the keeper for this team is it's been an honor, and it's been kind of a life-changing experience.
To be part of such a great team, such a great group of guys is irreplaceable.
I hope that in the next 5 years we win a few more national championships, but I think the fact that we were part of the first team to really do something special in men's soccer, I think it's something you can never take back and no one can ever overlook.
I always say to the guys, when we go anywhere, you get one chance to make a first impression. This was our first time. It's first time in the Final Four with Notre Dame, and we did it.